All right, happy Saturday afternoon, everybody. Welcome on into Roundball Rewind, Texas Tech style, brought to you by Live Life Well Clinic of Lubbock and Dr. John Skelton. They've got a great website. They've got a great Facebook page. Check it out, Live Life Well Clinic of Lubbock. Texas Tech, game one without J.T. Toppin. That man right there on the bench. Not going to play again this year. How would the Red Raiders respond? Well, they hung not a half 100. They hung 100 on Kansas State today. 100-72 the final. We'll get your thoughts. What impressed you the most? Any concerns going forward? Yeah, we know Kansas State struggling, having a horrible year, but you had to play somebody, and it was a great time to play the Wildcats. We'll get your thoughts on that and our thoughts and everything else. You jump in on the United Supermarkets chat line today, this afternoon, and we've got bonus coverage as well. Texas Tech baseball. They've already beaten Albany once today, 15-1 in a 7-inning complete game by Perko, and they are down 3-1, I think, in the fifth and the fourth. Had to double check on that. Softball beating Cal State Fullerton, I believe 6-3, and I think we're going to the bottom of the seventh there. So we got a lot of things going on. We want to hear from you mainly, though, tonight and this afternoon on the United Supermarket chat line, the supermarket, the grocery store that supports West Texas and Texas Tech. All right, let's do it in 3, in 2. Good afternoon, West Texans, all you good, fine, friendly folks out there who wish you were. I'm Ryan Hyatt. TheRaiderland.com is where you start your day every day. They're on our main site, but we're not limited there. We're on Facebook. Ryan Hyatt's Raiderland. Go subscribe. Check out all we do there on YouTube. Go subscribe. Check it out. It's all free. And, of course, on Twitter, X at Ryan Hyatt Media. Coming to you from the Hat Creek Interior Studios this afternoon. They're the best, not in West Texas, when it comes to Western-style furniture, accessories, and other things. No. The best from the East Coast to the West Coast. Got the gigantic showroom waiting for you there at 101 South Slide Road in Lubbock. Get online, hatcreek.us. No matter where you call Raiderland home, Hat Creek Interiors will ship to you. They've got amazing stuff. Guys, be careful when you go in there for the first time, all right? I'm saying be careful because it's like going into a Las Vegas casino and they're pumping in pure oxygen and you're just like, I need that. I got to get that. I got to get that. Just beware because it's that cool. All right, let's talk some Texas Tech basketball this afternoon. What impressed you the most in this 100-72 victory for the Red Raiders over Kansas State? The first game without J.T. Toppin. What did you think was going to happen? Were you surprised by anything that transpired during the game? You tell me today. For those who didn't get a chance to check out everything, it was, pretty much a Donovan Atwell story in the first half. He finishes with 6 of 9 shooting, 3-point, 8 of 11 on the day, 26 points, 4 of 4 at the line, paced him in scoring. It was Christian Anderson in the second half chiming in, 3 of 6 3-pointers, 21 points, 9 assists on the day, 1 turnover. My Lubbock Coronado Mustang math, Robert Stigler, listen up. That's a 9-to-1 assist-to-turnover ratio. Lawan Watts had 19. He was going to have to step up today. What about the combined minutes of the postgame? Luke Bamboye, and Aquina. Mariel Aquina was going to have to do something at some point. What did they give you combined minutes today? Aquina, 16 minutes. Bamboye, 21. That's 37 minutes. That's 37 minutes in the post that primarily had been going to J.T. Toppin. What about rebounds today? 40-28 Texas Tech over Kansas State. More specifically, offensive rebounds, and this is the number that I think we've got to pay attention to against Cincinnati, who just went and smoked Kansas there at Allen Fieldhouse today. They were catching 10.5 points on that. 10-9 on offensive rebounds. So this is the thing that I think is the hardest thing to replace out of J.T. Toppin. And don't take it wrong when I say points can be found. Rebounds, hard to do. Offensive rebounds, hard to do. Second chance points, 14-5 Tech on that one. But yeah, going through the next 2 games, certainly Cincinnati and then Iowa State. We gotta watch the offensive rebounds, okay? We got to see what takes place there. And And I feel good about it going forward. I feel good that this team is not going to crater going forward. And I think they showed you that today, that it's still a really good basketball team. The NCAA came out with their first, kind of like the playoff rankings in football when they start releasing that. And they still had Texas Tech in the 4 line in the South. Hey, I'll take that right now. That's a pretty good deal. That they could have easily deducted the Toppin injury and left Tech out of the 4, because really after the Arizona win, before the Arizona State loss, you were kind of teetering on the 3-4 line. I mean, you certainly weren't a 3 lock. You were definitely on the 4 line, but they could have come back and said after all that in the first release today, said we want to see kind of what Texas Tech has done. But I think they're giving Grant McCaslin and the program a lot of respect and saying, okay, we're going to leave you right there until you prove us a reason to move you off that 4 line. So as we've said for the last few weeks, it was that 4-3 line, maybe get to the 3 line. I thought that was the top end for Texas Tech. Okay, now it's this 5-4 line dance that I think you're going to have to do. They're not going to dock you if you lose to Iowa State at Iowa State. They will dock you if you lose at home to Cincinnati. They will hurt you on the seed line if you lose to TCU, BYU last game, and then the Big 12 tournament. It's not really going to matter that much. Yeah, Donovan Atwell today passing Corey Carr, most 3-pointers in a single season. He's now got 100. And that kind of jumped up on me today. That all of a sudden, there he was. 100 3-pointers in a season, passing Corey Carr. And then the other thing, I was like, damn, we don't give Corey Carr enough credit in the late 90s for how freaking good he was. And he goes to the NBA and he plays with the Chicago Bulls. Went and saw him play in 1999 there at the United Center. And that was the year after Jordan, after Phil Jackson leaves. And who was it? Larry Eustace who took over as head coach then? And they do the opening, the Great Bulls opening there at the United Center. But the whole video was basically everybody from the past. And it was like, and now coached by this guy. And here's some players. Kind of awkward. Biggest concern from here, I'm going to say offensive rebounding. I was impressed today that Bamboye stayed on the floor as long as he did. 21 minutes and just 2 fouls. Thank you. Aquinta today, 16 minutes, 1 foul. Thank you. Jalen Petty, 31 minutes. He did what he needed to do. 3 of 11 from the field, 2 of 7. By the way, today, Tech 19 of 23 at the line, 82.6% from the free throw line. And a lot of that was there in the second half, I think. Most of it in the second half. Let's go back and look at the second half numbers on that. Yeah, 14 of 17 in the second half there at the free throw line. Boom. That's kind of important. And you were closing out the game on a 12-2 run over the last 3-19. That was kind of important too. Kansas State, I'm sure, wanted to get on the bus. They wanted to go home. You jump on the United Supermarket chat line today. I know you probably weren't expecting us to pop up at 4:20 on a Saturday afternoon, but here we are talking Texas Tech basketball. Little Roundball Rewind brought to you by Live Life Well Clinic of Lubbock and Dr. John Skelton. Great Red Raider, guys. If you're focusing this new year, and it's still the new year, right? It's still the new year, on your gut health, you're looking for answers to questions that have bothered you so, they can help you out. What about diabetes? What about diabetes reversal? That you get, the information for your doctor, yeah, you're pre-diabetic or maybe you're even diabetic and stuff ain't working for you. You need to talk to Dr. John Skelton and his great staff there at Live Life Well Clinic. Look at their Facebook page, look at their website, go there. You'll find some answers, and you can do kind of the telemedicine thing. You can go right in Lubbock, whatever you need to do. But I'm telling you guys, and ladies, it's not just guys, go check it out. Meanwhile, baseball today, 15-1 over Albany. First game, we're bottom of the fifth now, 3-2. Albany over Texas Tech. And let's see where we are real quick. But Sarah got the start, went 3 innings, gave up 3 runs. They were earned 4 walks, 4 Ks. Only one of the walks came around to score. He got hit by a 3-run homer after a walk and a single, and then a 3-run homer. And that did the damage. 4 strikeouts for him. Not a bad deal, but threw a lot of pitches in 3, 65. You got Johnny Lowe out there right now. He's gone 2 innings, 0s across, 2 strikeouts. So nice little 2-inning stretch right there, letting the bats come back to play for Texas Tech baseball as they're in the midst of a 15-game homestand where they could be feeling pretty good when it's all said and done. Speaking of all said and done, it's a final. Number 2 Texas Tech softball with Caitlin Terry on the mound going to 5-0. Texas Tech 6-3 today over Cal State Fullerton. Red Raiders got 1 in the first, 3 in the third, gave up a 3 spot in the bottom of the third. That's all Fullerton would get. And then 1 more in the fifth for Texas Tech to finish out the score. No, they got 1 in the top of the 7th, too. So that's how they get to 6. 6-3 the final. I know they got another game coming up out there at the Mary Nutter Classic today, and I just blanked out on who they're playing. I apologize. What do you want me to do? Did we have any bombs today? Let's go. Let's go see what we got. David Collier, at Collier on TV on Twitter, the bomb tracker. Yeah, Pinnell gets a bomb today. And so you had 1 more home run. I think they're at 19 maybe on the year. Could be wrong. I think we're around 19 right now for Texas Tech softball. So if that's on your mind, jump in as well. Get in today on the United Supermarkets chat line, whether it's Texas Tech basketball, whether it's Texas Tech baseball. You tell us today. And again, I know I surprised a lot of you guys by jumping on. So, hey, whatever's on your mind, it's on the show tonight. But I think the biggest thing we could take away from this win for Texas Tech, there wasn't an emotional hangover. Grant McCaslin and this team bounced back from the loss of Toppin. They put up a number. The 100 points, yeah, that's going to matter to people. It was more guard-oriented today, and that's the way this team's going to be going forward. But that if they were looking around the country and saying, all right, how bad's it going to stink now? They can't, obviously, how are they going to score? What are they going to do? That's all good. Now, here's the reality on the backside. They're going to be the people that say it was K-State. How much does it matter? Does it really matter that you beat K-State 100-72? What are you going to do against Cincinnati? What are you going to do against Iowa State? To which I would say that's a fair analysis, and that's okay, because I think if JT Toppin had not gotten hurt at Arizona State, and I think, by the way, if he doesn't get hurt, you come back and you barely win that game, and it's one of those you go, hey, that's life of the Big 12. Yeah, you have nights. You just got to get through it. Probably a little sandwich spot, a little drop down spot after beating Arizona. Yeah, we can understand that, but you got the win. So then you come back and you got JT Toppin. Everything's the same, and you do this to K-State. People would be going, yawn. Yeah, okay. But what are you going to do against Iowa State? That's really the question now. And I shouldn't look over Cincinnati. They just beat Kansas. Jeez. All of a sudden, we're like, Cincinnati, when do we have to worry about you people? But here we are, having to worry about them coming into town. Which I like this. I do. I actually like the idea that Cincinnati comes in after beating Kansas, because if Texas Tech does beat Cincinnati, you can sit there and say, yeah, they went to the Fog. They played Kansas, didn't work out. And without JT Toppin, Texas Tech could handle them. So you might as well play a Cincinnati team that's playing good, right? All things considered at this point for this team. Because, again, you're trying to hold on to a 4-5 line going into the NCAA tournament, doing everything you can. All right, you guys are the best. We appreciate you jumping in today, hanging out with us for a few minutes on a Saturday afternoon. A little round ball rewind after Texas Tech and K-State. Tech wins 100-72. A little baseball talk. We might do a baseball softball, a little diamond talk tomorrow afternoon when everything wraps up. After they are done, we will have your Sunday column for you in the morning. 5 things we know on a Sunday at theraiderland.com. We want to thank Live Life Well Clinic in Lubbock for being the presenting sponsor this year on Roundball Rewind. We're going to have a whole lot more of those coming up. Cincinnati, Iowa State next week. Big 12 tournament, NCAA. Lots of basketball to talk about as we go through. So enjoy the rest of your day. Do what you got to do. Do some laundry. You know you got to do some laundry. And we'll see you in the morning. And please, as we say, share this, invite your friends in, tell them what we do in Raiderland. Join on YouTube. We're over 700 subscribers today on our YouTube channel. Facebook, same thing. Don't cost nothing. Same thing on Twitter, at Ryan Hyatt Media. And if you are on Twitter and you're just seeing this late, again, Twitter X is not carrying our live stuff right now. It's not our fault. It's their fault. They've got problems. Come on, Elon, get it fixed. So that's why you subscribe to all the platforms in Raiderland so you don't miss a thing. All right. See you in the morning on the website, theraiderland.com.